So I was informed today that I don't really share a whole lot about myself, and that can be off-putting to some people because it's just like, well, who are you? I don't know anything about you. What can we say about you? And what do you stand for? Understandably so. So I figured that I would start sharing little small pieces of myself just to become more comfortable being vulnerable with you guys. So here's my first confession. I am a recovering toxic individual. What? I know. And I don't mean toxic in the sense that you know how people tend to label other people that don't agree with them as toxic. I mean toxic is in the sense of I was extremely self-centered. I still am to a large extent because I grew up in a world where I spent a lot of time by myself. So when I got married, even though I had wanted to be married for God knows how long and I wanted kids and all of these other things, I was completely unprepared for that shit because I didn't realize that I was incredibly selfish. Now, a friend of mine actually called that I was selfish a while back, and I was like, me? What? I help everybody. I do everything. I bend over backwards. Which is kind of the hallmark of a person who tends to be toxic, is someone who can't take that and just see where is this person coming from. So I did, and it took about 10 years of being married and raising children with this person and dealing with my mother for me to realize that I was an incredibly selfish person because I felt like if I didn't preserve myself, and not in a self-care way, but like literally preserve myself, like I put myself above everything, then nobody else would. Which to some extent is true, but I also had to realize that as an adult, I was sharing my life with other people. And because of that, that involves me opening up and talking about what is important as well as listening to other people. So there's a confession for your ass. I used to be toxic. Next week, or I should say next couple of days, over the next couple of days, I'll probably share some more past toxic traits that I had that I am working on getting out of my system. So there's that. But how I remedied the selfishness is I started listening to people. It sounds simple and it sounds easy, but it's not, especially when you're the kind of person who's used to having an answer for everything. Listening to people and hearing where they're coming from and seeing, okay, what is this person saying, has probably been the most helpful tool as far as recovering my ability to connect with other human beings. So that's how I started solving that problem. And that allowed me to realize that I had a problem. So there's that. All right, guys, so I gotta go write, and clearly this procrastination method is not working. So I will talk to you guys later, and bye.